Hello, we are Didac Xaver and Ana Barrachina, and we are going to present the most important features of insulin. This is the chemical formula of insulin. Insulin is a polypeptide formed of two chains. One is the alpha chain formed with 21 amino acids, and the other is the beta chain formed of 30 amino acids. These two chains are connected by two disulfide bridges and is produced and secreted by the beta cells of the pancreas. And this is the receptor. The receptor is the ISRN. It's activated by the hormone insulin and belongs to the family of growth factor receptor. The receptor is a glycoprotein and is an enzyme that belongs to the receptor tyrosine kinases. The receptor consists of two alpha subunits and two beta subunits. Both are synthesized single receptors encoded by a gene located in the chromosome 19. Insulin belongs to the group peptides that it's called like IGF, insulin-like growth factor. IGF consists of two related polypeptides. Polypeptides are big molecules formed by the union of some amino acids, the part amino of one amino acid and the part carboxyl of another amino acid. This is type 1 of diabetes. It happens when the body doesn't make insulin. It prevents glucose entering into the cell, and the body doesn't control the amount of sugar in the bloodstream. This is type 2 of diabetes. It happens when the receptors are uncivilized, and it prevents the glucose entering into the cell, and the body doesn't control the amount of sugar in the bloodstream. And this is the normal use of glucose. Insulin is used to control blood sugar in people who have type 1 and type 2 of diabetes. And insulin works by helping moving sugar from the bloodstream to the cells.
Produced by special cells called pancreatic islet or islet of Langerhans, which exist as a small isolated group of cells in the pancreas. The islet of Langerhans also produce glucagon, another hormone which affects blood glucose levels. Insulin and glucagon are secreted directly in your bloodstream and work together to regulate the sugar levels in your body. Glucagon is produced by the alpha cells and insulin by the beta cells. Glucagon is released when your blood sugar levels are low. It stimulates the release of glucose from your body stores. As a result, the stored glucogen in the liver is broken down to insulin and enters in your bloodstream. Insulin is released when your sugar levels in bloodstream increases. Insulin works by stimulating the cells within your body to take up the glucose in your blood for immediate energy or for store as glycogen in the liver and mast cells. The active receptor of amino acids and glucose activate the protein synthesis made of amino acids, glucose, and triglycerides from glucose. Insulin inhibits the breakdown of triglycerides in adipose tissue and gluconeogenesis in the liver. Insulin binds the receptor on the surface of cells, telling the cells to run. insulin binds to the insulin receptor of the surface of cells, telling the cells to transport glucose from the blood. This structure includes the part of the receptor that binds to the insulin outside the cells. The structure also includes several antibodies used for the crystallization and are not important for the function of the receptor. Main effects. Some adverse... Okay. Vale.
Here we have a graph with the one I am going to explain the effects. When with glucose, the level of glucose increases and the pancreas lose the necessary insulin. Insulin makes that glucose enters into the cell, and then when the level of glucose decreases, the level of insulin decreases too.
Some adverse effects are rash and itching over the injection site, weight gain, and constipation. Another some serious effects, adverse effects more serious are rash and itching over the whole body, wheezing, and sweating. Another adverse effects more serious, abnormal hair breath, difficulty breathing or swallowing, blurred vision, and dizziness. Well, in 1869, Paul Langerhans was studying the structure of the pancreas when he identified some unnoticed tissue, clumps scattered throughout the bulk of the pancreas. Then was known as the islet of Langerhans, but in function was unknown. But Edward and Gies suggested that they might produce a secretion that play a regulatory role in digestion.
And here we have the different references that we have used, and thanks for your attention.
that websites when that you find images that don't correspond where this part is a part of the insulin, and this part is a complex of a very different drug with an hexamer of insulin chains, because there are 6 chains there, and it's the same as the other, and it's not related with insulin. It's a little bit related, but it's not insulin and not the receptor.
But when I send you
I correct that.
No, I
Yes.
don't have the correction.
I remember the correction.
But I don't have it.
I remember. Because I was seeing, I correct that. And I write that because it's not important, but this is important for one thing, to understand that when we find in general website information, look at the bibliography at the end. When you go to these websites that are, for example, there the Wikipedia is standard to look for this one, the third article, or the first one, the G, or the third article that are a scientific article, and there I'm sure that the structure of the insulin is correct, and the receptor structure is correct there. But you do a very good presentation, and you explain very well how insulin works, but the problem is the image. The image is not correct. But you do a good job.